Hello and welcome. So today, this is, as far as I can tell, a this is a demo of the enhancements I've been making to FreeCAD and Silk, which I'm calling Silky. Uh, so this is my GitHub. I've got the Silky. My main is on this master right now. It should be on the main, but it's here on github.com/andymills/silky/tree/master. So this video is, the primary audience is the developer of Silk, so he could see how I'm using it and what I have in mind. So the first thing you'll see, this is not part of the Silky. I have my own workbench I created for an update checker that will check if I have any add-ons or FreeCAD itself is having an update. I'm going to go into curves. I might need it. And then I'm going to go into Silk because this icon here could be potentially not activated if I don't go to the curves workbench first. So I'm in a little bit of a pickle. I want to get this wire looking a little bit better. This is looking funky to me, so I'm gonna just get into the outline here. It looks like this is more or less my issue. I'm gonna put this right here. Distance. And I'm just gonna smooth that a little bit. Let's see what that does for the... Okay, yeah, that's looking pretty good. So, it's tough, but we've got... Okay, so most of what I want to test can be expressed within this realm here. Let's see, I got a profile deck, so I'm gonna delete all this. Rail outline. I'm gonna move this into my mixed curves folder. So I've already got a bit of organization here. I'm not sure what's going on here. I think I could delete this and this without any... So I do want to take this to one more... Yeah, actually, I could see pretty well how I want to Okay, was I... Alright, well, the majority of what I want to test... I think I could deal with this. I don't know. The question that I'm dealing with right now is let me just build this out. I can do some testing without pushing this so much farther than it may go. Okay. There are some potential problems. Where this technically doesn't need to be there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select this. I'm gonna select this. I'm gonna select this. I'm gonna select this. Oops. I'm gonna select this. And I'm gonna click this button, which is a custom addition to Silk. Silky sketch to segmented curves. Yes, all of them produce a result. So the thing is, I'm gonna get a duplication of these. This is my Silk folders. I have them being auto-created. And then these are being generated separately with this mix curve to control poly 4. And this one. Okay. Yeah, so see, this is a problem. I want this to generate the full set, so I am just gonna keep a note. I don't think I need to save that. To do a mixed curve to CP4 complete. Improve to MC to curve segments. Okay, so this doesn't need to be here. This needs this. 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 Oops, I had 2 errors, right? This is this. This is this. I'm gonna have to add these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Property view data. We'll go 0. 0.1. 0.9. 1. And I'm actually not going to need any of these, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Zero. 0.1. 0.9, 1. This actually only needs 2, but the way I have 0.1, 0.9, 1. So this needs a join curve. And then we go 1, 2, 3, 4. 0.1. Oops, it doesn't matter. 0. I mean, it should go like this. 0. 0.1. 0.9. 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 0. 0.1. 0.9. 1. Okay, so I did that one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 0. 0.1. 0.9. 1. Okay. Okay. These are cubic curves. Point on curve. Cubic curve. Point on curve. Okay, so I don't need this. Yeah, technically don't need any of this either. And actually, I don't need this. Yeah, it's gonna be a hole. That doesn't need to be there. That doesn't need to be there. So sketch, that's cubic curve. I think we're okay there. That's the actual sketch. That doesn't need to be there. This doesn't need to be there. I think I need that. So see this? Technically this is on, let's see. What do I have? This 3D. So that makes it so when I select something here, it doesn't, or it shouldn't. I am gonna need to do So it's still yeah, I have a little ways to go. It's still a little bit unwieldy. More unwieldy than I want. It's okay. For instance, I want this. That's not working the way I want either. Okay, those are connected, so let's do now I want this on. S 6.3, 6.2, 6.1. Can I produce? Okay. Okay. This was already made. Yeah, these should have. I'll hide this for now. Okay, so these are okay, I see a problem. Well, so two things here. Points to curve segments. Only creates grid or control poly segments, not curves. And then doesn't color. Colored doesn't show proper tree view icon. So you'll see I've got most of these where it's actually producing the relative icon, which is helpful because then we know these are all of a particular type. They belong together. So why are these? Oh yeah, because these are different point on curve. I may redo the naming of this, but it's intended to be that they're relatively grouped. Okay, but I'm trying to get down to this one of these. So like these should be the same color. Doesn't really matter. I think it's like that. And then this and this should be the same color. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This should be producing so it would be this one will be dark purple, this one light purple, these are so this is like we'll call it multi B-spline to curve segment, or no, create properly colored control poly for object. Yeah. Not green. Proper blue. Okay. That's all pretty good. We don't need that. We need that. We don't need this. What is that? Delete that. That's the actual sketch, right? Or no, that's the baseline cubic curve, the sketch. We don't need that, we don't need this. See, because then I can go select that easily. Alright, so alright, so I want to make all of these to be colored like this. And then all of these will be colored like this, I do believe. Yes, it's looking good. Okay. These are all cubic curve edge segments, so it's not exactly needed. Cubic curve. Yeah, I don't need this. Don't need that. I don't need that. I don't need that. I don't need that. 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 Okay. Yeah, so I have to improve this to make it easier still. But yeah, whatever. Okay, let's just keep on keeping on. Well, for now, let's turn these off. Let's hit that. 59. What's 56? 0. All right. This guy is not what I want it to be. Let's go to this 6, 8, 9. It'd be nice if these were all in order. So those should all be gone. $56. Okay. Let's do this. That should be 55. That's 1. 61. 62. 63. 64. I think this should work. Yes, those could all go bye-bye. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Let's do putting these into here. All right. Then we will say this and this and this are all gonna be this color, and then this, this, I think actually this one, purple, these will all be pink. Okay. So this is all looking pretty good here. I'm not really concerned with anything beyond this point. Okay. I don't know where these are. Next curve. Yeah, anyways, none of these really matter. I'm gonna turn this off for now so it stops jumping around in here. It's kind of annoying me. Turn off the point on curves. Okay. Yeah. Control poly. What is going on? Okay. Well, actually, I am gonna need the first thing I need to do is to actually use these. And we need to create we'll go in a counterclockwise fashion and do a 4x4 grid. 1, 2, 3, 4. 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 4x4 grid. Now each of these needs to be turned into one of these. So we go, we'll copy this. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. S. And I need another. Oh, and this is we're gonna call this 7. Oh, 8. Control grid 44. Flows. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get rid of the group. Drop these all in here. This can go into Silk. This goes into Silk. Okay, so these will be nicer. These I don't need now. We're gonna need to go through each of these and do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These will be gone. Oh, I don't know, it just looks a little funky to me. It's kind of okay though. It's maybe not that bad. It's kind of not that bad. All right. So we need another cubic surface 44s. Oops. 0, 0, 0, 0, 9. Put those in there. Put these into Silk. Okay. So the thing is for this, yeah, it's like technically I'm getting a the thing I need to work on is on the hull. I'm gonna have to do the hull. Where are we at? We're 40 minutes deep. But yeah, here is where I really actually want to be creating mirrors. I really want to produce some mirroring. So that's where I'm at, because for me to really... Okay, so... I could destroy pretty much all this work. But yeah, I have some minor work to do to try to be figuring out. And what I think I'm going to do is actually this button, I think I'm going to incorporate into this. Because it just needs to know that the control Pauling mix curve is a valid input as the sketch level. But oh yeah, see, look how we're getting. There's something weird going on there, isn't there? I don't know. I'm sure I can iron this out a bit. I guess it's not really that weird. It's just the way the light is reflecting off of that. And I think a lot of the smoothing that we would do would actually solve much of the... So... I think, in theory, if this is a test to be had, I'm not sure if I have this working yet or not. This is one reason I went there. Oh yeah, look at that. So like, I may not need this. And I don't think I need this. I'm gonna make these red, because I don't think I need them. But yeah, how nice is that? Dun dun dun. Oops. Let's just go. Well, we're gonna create 10 control grid 44 to edge segments. I think we do this. I think the order doesn't even matter. Yeah, it's beautiful. And then these will become red because I don't think I'm gonna need them. Or we'll just go blah, blah, blah. And these are not producing the proper control grid 44 to edge segments, not producing proper tree view icon. These are gonna go into here. One, two, 1, 2. What are we doing this one? These we shouldn't need. Oh, does this... Do we not have a problem here? Right? Because how do we... Does this actually get into some... What is this gonna do? No, I think we're screwed. This is not gonna work. Wait. Is this gonna produce something reasonable? Because how would it blend into this, right? Yes, I keep this is just continually a problem for me. So, what it seems like I need to be doing I'm thinking that this needs to actually be... So I don't think this is gonna work, is where I'm getting at. So let's see, this is not that bad. It took me 50 minutes to figure out that I don't think this is gonna work. But I keep running into this sort of problem. Because if I extend this to be a 4 piece, I have kind of the same problem that I would have here. I keep moving the goalpost. I thought that this might work. Did I not test this? Like, it was fine. Or this is just some idea that I had. Let me go back and look at the, oops. Yeah. So what happened here? One, two, three, four. Okay. I might not need this anyways, according to my understanding. So I don't need to worry about that. Actually, I think... Is this on the right track? I might be able to do. So if I do. Okay. I think this actually looks right. Okay, interesting. Oh yeah, that's tight, but I think it works. Do that one. Okay. And then this and this. Okay. Okay. Seems to be only my extension tool that's not doing it. Regular does. So we see that this is the expected icon. So it's just that my extension isn't working properly. It's okay. Yeah, seeing we would have this, right? Isn't this? No, so I guess I'd have this and this. And then I need mirroring. I'm gonna implement mirroring as the next thing I'm doing. Shouldn't need those anymore. Okay. What does this take as input? Control grid 64. So I think if I do this, yeah. Yeah, so that'll be waiting for extras. So let's do 11. Slap these all in here. So grid 33 to grid 64. This is gonna be the only place. Oh, this is gonna be a 6x6. No? This is a 4x4. 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 Alright. Oh wait. See here. There's not 4 of these, right? Which is differing from this. Yeah, so I think basically this is some extra one. We would have one. No, we need that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. This should have 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. This is a 6x4. This is a 6x4. But somehow we don't have. This should be like there, having 1, 2. This is replicating this. We're looking at. I'm trying to compare this. This could be something like this. And then if I take these and do, and then this becomes, whoa, hey, look at that. I might have figured it out. Yeah, we only have one of those. Oh, fascinating. Well, I'm learning anyways. But still, yeah, so, I mean, how deep are we into this? Hour 6. So considering that I'm still only troubleshooting, we have this strange little bit in here. Okay. I mean, if we're gonna group this properly, 13 control grid 66 for sub, and there's only one of these. Let me note that the cubic end star surface didn't get a cubic end star surface end star 66. Not proper tree view icon. So we have this. It's a solo 14. This is going in here. I would actually like this to be... Oh, no. These are necessary first. C4s. Cubic surfaces. These go in here, and then finally I will have 2 more. Okay. Okay. So, well, I'm gonna turn these off for now. I'm gonna turn this off. So we have only the surfaces. select them all. Let's go to curves and produce a parametric solid. And let's make view style, is that the draw style? Display mode, shaded. Okay. It's pretty satisfying. I would maybe want to get that. Let's go ahead and look at the zebra tool. It's a little funky. The surface analysis seems to be working better. Yeah, see, there's a little bit of an issue there. But the point though is we are essentially, oh yeah, see, that doesn't look as good as I expect. So there might be a reason for that. But ultimately, this is kind of minor. We can just improve this, like, if we go to the outline, just getting this to have a little bit better of a curvature. That looks a little bit better. Yeah, and there's kind of the intensity of this kind of a vibe. Let's put this horizontal. And I'm gonna put this coincident. Something like that. That's closer. Okay, so there's a few bugs to work out. I'm getting a pretty satisfying result. The real test is going to be on the whole because I have some more But I also have to review my process so that I can achieve something closer to this. I don't think I achieved that with this. I got mixed up somehow. I may just leave this all so I can use this as some kind of copy pasta business. So we have outline. Well, let's use profile deck. I don't need any of this. I'm gonna look at these. And then the slice sketches. I don't need this. I don't need this. I'm gonna save this. Did quite a bit of work. So I see. We wanna hit this, so this is gonna have. I see. That should help me. Like, we may even be able to just collapse this. It's kind of an idea that it almost won't exist. But somehow this needs to be. There's something missing here. We'll have. I'm gonna have to get into. Gonna do this. And I need to compare that against this. So it's like we have 1, 3, 4. We have to associate these properly here, right? One is pretty small. It's there. 3 is right here. But it's kind of like this. No, it's actually smaller. Two. It's like we gotta do this. But then it's confusing where that 3... So let's do... We're gonna need another... Let's make that... Let's do this. Yeah, I'll just go with that. Let's make this the one the dark red. No, this is here. I think I can do this. No. Well. Okay, so this is just kind of a random. Let's make this one pink so that becomes more obvious like that. But that's, it doesn't work like that, does it? I'm not having... No, it's not working. This curvature isn't working. So it's kind of like this. This would go the opposite way to there. This would be here. The problem I have right now this is a crazy little section. I mean, yeah, this is a crazy little section. Okay, so yeah, I didn't design this the way I had intended. This is gonna be like really tiny up in here. So in theory, I could make this pretty much anywhere on this. Roughly the midpoint between here and there. It doesn't really matter. And I don't know. That gives us 1, 2, 3, 4. This has 4. This bit'll have 4. This will have 4. So everything should properly blend together. And this is a pretty minuscule spot, so a minor deviation here is okay. I think we're gonna be okay with this. Okay. Okay, so I've got some more improvements to make in the Silk extension. I have to improve my design approach. And I think I'm gonna actually go to bed kind of early tonight because I've been thinking about this stuff for weeks on end. I don't feel like doing any development tonight. We've definitely made progress. I have more to do in this regard. But I do think, yeah, I probably have another week of development, I think, for me to try to actually get this working the way I really want. And I don't know if I'm the only one who's going to be thinking about things in this way, but to me this seems more, I'm bringing Silk closer to what a sort of standard workflow is kind of looking like, to a degree. I don't know if it would be able to auto detect everything and just build the whole thing out. My vision is that this would become a relatively simpler tool, that a lot of this stuff, like I have this tool which kind of combines all of these into one. Yeah. Things are improving. This helps a little bit. This needs to be improved. But yeah, this is where I'm going to stop right now because let's do a test. Let's just do a sketch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, that sucks. Why is that not working? Isn't this supposed to be one sketch of 5 lines connected to end to end? Oh, I think I did 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, these are not. I'm just gonna, so control poly 6, control poly 6, 5L, not proper tree view icon, cubic curve 6, also not tree view icon. I think the flow grids. Yeah, they appear proper. But yeah, I really like this. These showing the proper icons. It just helps organize so much instead of everything having this blocky look. This just helps 100%, I'd say. This alone is a significant improvement for trying to keep things sorted. It just, the brain is way less. At least my brain. I guess some people, I don't know if I'm partly dyslexic and just looking at all these words is just string descriptors. But yes, we're more or less, I don't know how far along we are. Well, just according to this, we're something like, we're barely a quarter of the way, really. We're like an eighth of the way, a tenth of the way to having a surfboard that suits my design requirements in FreeCAD. And we're trying to contribute to Silk. We're trying to contribute to FreeCAD, make everything better. Make the world a better place. So, I think I'm just gonna leave this video up. It is instructional enough that somebody could figure out how to design a surfboard from watching this. I'm confident. I left out a fair amount of details because the ultimate instructional video will cover everything from importing these images, creating every, and this stuff should be fairly parametric. I'm imagining it could get kind of funky. And then that's going to be another story to a degree, is just getting the whole thing fully parametric and nice. And then I think that might eventually lead into a surfboard workshop, because I'm imagining, yeah, pretty much from here, you'd be able to select different tails, like a fish or a bat or a, I don't know if I would go so far as defining unique pin tails. It sort of depends on the complexity of the tail and how editable I want it to be. And then there's ideas about, like, I'm thinking about making it where you can just add a pretty simply, if you want to do channels on the bottom of the board, so there would be like a channel tool, and you could define how many channels you want and their spacing and their relative thickness and length or depth or height or extension. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to refer to that. But in any case, we did get some, like, this geometry ended up working, which I think I'm pretty much okay with. This actually seems simpler to realize a result than that other idea I had. Ultimately, I ended up with that little triangle bit there. And I think that this is okay. That this is kind of weird. But ultimately, it should be working out pretty much fine. I might just stick to this paradigm. I think it's ultimately simpler than this that we're looking at. And it's working at this point, so yeah, I think this is simpler. A little more elegant. Uh-huh. I don't know that, I don't think I need to really save my changes. Yeah, anyways. Property geometry, not. I don't know what, we got this warning, unsure of cause. Geom spline surface save. I'm not sure what caused that. This is a mystery to me now. Uh, what is it? Yeah, so we need to figure out. Okay. Um. Determined. Determined cause to be saving. But which element slash object causes it is uncertain. So I think something is not properly saving. We can search the files to figure out what this is. Property geom list not yet implemented. Okay. I'm just gonna take a quick look to see if I can find this in here. Search options. File contents. Okay, it appeared to be the appears to be caused by. Okay, so I've got some stuff to clean up. Yeah, I'm roughly looking at developing the Silky business and continuing to try to improve Silk and making it work the way I expect it to. And then I'm probably gonna come back with another demo slash exploration slash testing. And then I can prepare for a full instructional video. It'll still be a bit. I was hoping to have this something like 3 months ago. It's crazy how much work this has been. But it feels like I'm finally on the verge of having it. But this scaffolding, this surface that I can get in the end, this solid, is only one part of the picture, man. It's gonna completely expand beyond. That's the first step for me, but it's maybe the majority of a step that most people would need to get through. And I would hope that this improves the workflow for people to be creating weird stuff. That's kind of asymmetrical. Alright, I'll see you later, folks. Thanks for watching. And I guess just keep an eye out on that Silky if you're interested. There's probably going to be regular updates. I keep posting to the GitHub because I'm worried that things are going to get wrecked in my virtual machine, and then I want to have that code base on GitHub just in case, so I can fall back to that. So almost every commit that I make, it's getting put up there, and I need to make a few improvements to my Git flow. So, yep, I'll be back with another video someday soon. Maybe Daisy. I have no idea. I'm not really playing Daisy right now. It's appealing, but go watch Fresh Spawns or Hawken or one of these other dudes that Sour Sweet's good. Go watch them. Uh, they're better than me. So